Good morning and welcome back. I just woke up. I already took out Oatly this morning, but I really need to jump into the shower, get myself ready for the day, wake up my system, my body, my brain, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I just got out of the shower, and usually before I really start my mornings, I just like sitting on our patio and just taking the fresh air. Right now it's like super cold outside, so I don't usually sit out for that long because I don't want to get a cold, and also I just showered, so my hair is still wet and just drying, so I just like taking in like maybe 2 minutes of breathing in the fresh air. And Oatly obviously also loves being here, taking in the fresh air after her walk. Oatly, hi. Do you want to say hi? Come. Do you want to say hi to everyone? Say hi, guys. It is so good seeing you. But yeah, just like sitting here just to start my day off good. Just breathing in some good fresh air, just setting my intentions for the day, thinking about what I have to do today. So usually summers here in Tennessee get so hot and very humid. So recently, it's been winter time, so I've been just enjoying this like extra cold extra much because I'm so tired of the heat, I'm so tired of the humidity, so it just feels good to like you start your day in like a fresh way. But anyways, I am going to make myself some matcha now. Alright, so in the mornings I usually like to make myself some matcha. I'm not really a coffee person, and Jordan was the one who introduced me to matcha. It is such a better alternative than coffee. I feel like it gives you energy, but like kind of a calmer energy, and I love that. So yeah, I'm gonna be making myself some matcha right now. I usually like to get this like milk frother, and just to kind of get like the milk heated up. And then I just like to get myself this little cup right here. We have this matcha maker right here. It has like matcha leaves inside. So basically all you do is start it up. So after you select your strain, like I said, it has fresh matcha leaves right there, and then it kind of grinds it into this powder. So while I wait for that to happen, I usually take out my milk. I just use simple, not whole milk, it's 2% milk. And so yeah, while that is going in the back, I just put the milk in here. But anyways, today, I really want to get a lot done. I feel like the biggest thing I want to accomplish today is to teach Oatly, or actually like not teach her, but kind of desensitize her from clipping her nails. She panics with nail clippers. She had some bad experiences at the groomer with nail clippers, and ever since then it's been just a really hard journey. Alright, so the matcha powder is done. I can show you. It's literally just like a powder like this. And then what I do is I just warmed it up a little bit already, the milk, but I just turn it on. It's gonna start swirling, and then I just slowly add this. And that's how we make our matchas in the mornings. Like I said, I was never really a matcha person until I met Jordan. I think ever since Starbucks started having matcha, and ever since I started ordering at Starbucks, that's when I was like, oh, matcha is actually pretty good. But when I'm at Starbucks, I usually get my matcha latte with oat milk. And usually I get it iced. I love iced matcha, but like I said, today it's a little cold outside, so I'm gonna be making hot matcha today. But yeah, I really wanna make sure to focus on Oatly today, just to train her a little bit. But also, before I get into all of that, I'm going to tackle the kitchen, do some dishes from yesterday. We were trying to do our kebabs on the grill yesterday, but the grill didn't work, so we had a little change of plans. We actually ended up having In-N-Out. So I don't know if you guys knew, but Tennessee just recently opened 3 In-N-Out locations, and it's been like the best experience ever. But I feel like coming from LA here, I feel like one of the biggest things we missed was In-N-Out. So yesterday we were like, you know what, the grill is not working, let's just try to do that recipe today. And so we had In-N-Out for dinner. When In-N-Out first opened, I think it opened like a couple of months ago, but there were so many people we had to wait in line for like 2 hours. Also, I like to sweeten my matcha with maple syrup. Let me just turn it on again. Let me just add a little bit. But yeah, like I said, when In-N-Out first opened, we stood in line for 2 hours and it was freezing cold outside. But the smart thing is they were opening 3 locations in like Nashville, in the Nashville area. Thankfully, one of the In-N-Outs are only like 10 minutes away from where we live, so it's been such an amazing experience having In-N-Out close to you. Okay, so I just made myself some matcha, and now I'm going to just enjoy this a little bit before I start cleaning. So good. If you guys like coffee but kind of are addicted to it and you want to try something different to give you energy throughout the day, try matcha, because it really warms up your like body and it gives you a different type of energy. Well, like I said, In-N-Out, like best thing that happened to us here in Nashville, I feel like. But I also think the reason why they opened 3 locations here is because the CEO of In-N-Out moved to like Tennessee. I think she also lived in LA before, so I know that there's a lot of people that moved from LA to Nashville specifically, and it's just, I'm so happy she did. So usually after I shower, I put in this like product in my hair just to like define, I think it's the word that I'm looking for, my curls. So right now it's still kind of drying. But also they just opened Fogo de Chao here in Nashville. It's like this Brazilian restaurant. And Jordan and I love going there. We used to go there all the time for like special occasions. So we're just so happy that they have it here in Nashville now too. But anyways, I'm going to finish this matcha in a little bit. I'm gonna start cleaning already. All right, so I'm just gonna clean up all of this mess right here. There's a lot of dishes that I just have to load into the dishwasher. Like I said, our Christmas tree is still up. I'm actually going to turn it on because aesthetics. So yeah, I'm just going to clean up dishes. So I think yesterday it was that I uploaded my first vlog bag, and it felt so good, just the whole process of filming again, editing the videos, and just posting it and reading you guys' comments. I always love hearing your guys' like thoughts. So now that the kitchen is clean, I am going to start taking out the things that I need to train Oatly. Obviously, like the biggest thing for her when we train her is her treats. I also need to bring her nail clippers. I know that she kind of needs to pair nail clippers with like a positive experience. Obviously, because like of her past grooming like situation or trauma, she doesn't pair well with these. So that's why we're going to go very slow. We're not going to clip any nails today. Today we're just going to make sure that she gets comfortable with having these around her even. Obviously, like I said, our Christmas tree is going to be going this week. That's why it's still up, but it's not Christmas anymore, it's January. But I do have her clippers here. I do have her treats here. I'm going to just place the clippers on the table right right here. And then I'm going to take out some treats already, just so I can have them like ready to go. Okay, now that she's here, I'm going to just give her a couple of treats. Maybe she can get like more comfortable. Wait, you have something on your nose, pretty girl. Watch out. All right, so like I said, the clippers are right here. I'm not touching them at all right now because I just want her to get comfortable. So obviously, like, we got Oatly in 2020 when she was a little puppy. She had the same groomer, and ever since we moved to Tennessee, obviously we had to change groomers. Touch, good girl. And then so we went to this groomer, and I think they didn't really follow her lead. Her groomer in LA was amazing. He always made sure that she was comfortable. He always made sure that she that she was well taken care of, that he was like going at her speed. But I think this new groomer, we don't know what they did to her. She just like freaked out every time we went there. And ever since then, she never let us like clip her nails at home ever again. So we did have to go to the vet to get her nails clipped. We even had to give her some medicine at the vet because she was so scared, just to like calm her nerves down, and then eventually she let them cut her nails. But that's why we're trying to do this like desensitization thing. Like I said, just like seeing the clippers, she doesn't like seeing them, so they're right here. Okay, can I have a zips? And paw? Good girl. Good girl. So now I'm slowly going into, holding her paw. I'm still not touching the clippers at all. I just want her to get comfortable. A pretty girl. Okay, isn't she the prettiest girl in the world though? How can you not love this little girl? But anyways, I'm just gonna sit here, just doing the same thing. Can I have a paw? Good paw. Good girl. Good girl. Can I have a paw? Good girl. Other paw? Good girl. Okay. Now I'm just going to take these into my hand. Can I have a paw? Good girl. That was so good. So now I made her touch like the clippers in my hand and have her do paw. 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 Good girl! Good girl, Oatly. So I'm just going to continue doing that. Obviously, I'm not going to give her a treat every single time. I know I have now because this is our first time in a while doing this training again. But yeah, we're just going to continue doing this for a little bit. Paw. Good girl. And honestly, I think that's it for today. We don't want to like overdo it. I feel like she did so amazing already. She's still looking at her treats. Eddies, come. You can come. You can come up. You can come up. Eddies, you can get the other treats from the table. There we go. You did so good, my pretty girl. Mwah. But yeah, we love this little girl. 2 pieces. That's why so many times people are like, is she really a dog? Because she always does these puppy eyes. I'm like, I know, she doesn't even act like a dog. She just acts like a human. But anyways, guys, so that's what I wanted to do today. Just, getting the kitchen clean, training Oatly for a little bit. I'm gonna go out with her later again because it's still kind of raining outside right now. Oh, you tired, pretty girl. Right now that I finished, actually I'm going to rewatch the finale of Stranger Things. It literally has become like one of my favorite shows of all times. I never really got into Stranger Things when the whole hype happened. I started watching season 1, I think maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I was like, I don't know if that's really for me. And Jordan didn't really like it either, so we didn't really got into it. But this time around, we were like, let's give it a go. So we were just powering through season 1, and then season 2 happened. I was like, oh, actually this is really good. But then season 3 was when we were like, wow, like this is getting really good. And then season 4 like did it for us. And at least for me, I love Stranger Things. I know Jordan likes it too. Probably not as much as I do, but we love Stranger Things. Actually, for New Year's, or actually for New Year's, because it's January 1st, we went to the movies to watch the finale of Stranger Things, which was such a nice experience. It was so crazy seeing like so many people there. I've never in my life seen that many people in a movie theater before. The movie theater was packed, and it didn't just have one showing, they had like multiple showings, and I was like, there's so many people here. A lot of people were also dressing up, which was so fun to see. And then I think, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Stranger Things, the finale, just skip through this part, but when Steve Harrington was like falling off the tower, everybody was like, what? They were like screaming. Even I was like, what the heck is going on? I was like screaming too, and it was just so crazy, like feeling and hearing how people were so shocked. But then obviously like after like those 7 seconds of darkness and we saw him like get pulled up by Jonathan, everybody was like, woo! We were like clapping. It was just such a fun experience. But also like seeing how a TV show can make somebody so emotional. Like so many people were crying in the end. I think I was like part of that. I was tearing up when I saw, you know, that whole thing with 11 happening, and I was like, what were they thinking? And then obviously like these past few weeks we've been just waiting for like that secret episode to drop, but it never dropped. So yeah, it is what it is. But I feel like the Duffer Brothers did such a good job either way, just portraying the characters, just finishing off the season or the whole show with like all of them in the basement again. I think it was so wholesome. I know a lot of times like people want this huge ending or like this main character like actually dying, and like obviously we don't know if Elle is dead or not, but just the fact that they kept us guessing, I think like that's such good TV. But anyway, I can talk about Stranger Things all day. It was just such a nice experience going there with Jordan, and being there like on January 1st after New Year's Eve. Just good way to start the year, I guess. I think that some of my friends from Germany, I think they saw it in the movie theater too. I think they also like played it in the movie theater. But I'm also not 100% sure. I have to like ask. But I think that they like went to the movies to see the finale. But if you're like from Europe, please like comment down below if you were able, or if they even played the finale of Stranger Things in the movie theater. I'd be super interested to know. But anyways, enough talking about Stranger Things. Thank you guys for watching this vlog, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.